What's up, guys? It's Quinn.
It's Alex.
It's IconicComic, and we're gonna change up things today and for the foreseeable future. So we, in the past, for like the past 8 weeks, have been doing our iconic superhero news and our IconicComic movie news, and it just wasn't getting the traction that we were hoping for. It's not that we didn't have fun doing them, but just we have to think about you guys, and if you guys aren't watching it, we gotta change things up. So we are gonna do news, small mini episodes where we just talk about.
We're just gonna break it up, okay?
And we're gonna talk about if something news drops, we'll turn on the camera and we're gonna talk about it. Cool.
Okay.
All right. So we're just gonna stay in the realm of superheroes for today, and we're gonna talk about Kevin Feige's comments. He's basically saying that X-Men is, well, people have been hoping that they'll strike the same deal that they did like with Sony with X-Men and Fantastic Four, and Kevin Feige was basically saying that it's just not in the realm of possibility to bring the X-Men into the universe.
Well, it makes sense.
Fuck you. It's just not in the realm of possibility, and to me, it makes sense. I was saying this before the camera was rolling. It makes sense because, you know, if Spider-Man was a singular character, and you could start his origin story whenever he became Spider-Man.
Yeah.
X-Men, the mutants, have been evolving for thousands of years. There have been mutants for thousands of years, back to Ra,
Yeah.
Krishna, Apocalypse. But you can't just say, oh hey, we're here. Hi. The only way I could see him doing it was, and this would piss a lot of people off, so that's why they're probably not going to do it, would be to call them Inhumans. Make all the X-Men characters Inhumans.
Yeah.
So they started as a human and they went through those Terrigen mists and became like Black Bolt. They became like, Quake.
Right.
And they're kind of like mutants, but they start as humans. They're not born that way.
Yeah. I'm trying to see. My mind works like, okay, it would be really cool. So how can we do that? But, you know.
That would piss people off.
That would be the only way to do it, and it's still.
It would piss me off.
It would make a lot of people pretty mad.
Because it's like you're totally, basically saying, F all the X-Men. We're gonna make them Inhumans, and when you're saying F the X-Men, that is the X-Men in my mind have always been a comparison to the Jews in the concentration camps. And that's even mirrored with Magneto in the beginning of X-Men 1 and First Class, because people want to purge them.
Yeah.
And that's basically the ongoing fight in every X-Men movie is like trying to, get people to like them, and
one side is trying to live with them, and one side is like, okay,
and like we talk about Fantastic Beasts, it's almost like Harry Potter too.
We need to strike them before they strike us.
It's very similar to like that Harry Potter aspect
with the purebloods and stuff. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think that's why if you made them Inhumans, I would get pissed off. A lot of people would get pissed off because it just ruins the lore behind them.
Right. I was just thinking, metahuman.
That means superhero.
Yeah. Couldn't
it's
you?
Like Captain America's a metahuman.
Couldn't you call them that, like a different class of metahuman?
Again, but they're not mutants then.
They're metahuman.
They are, but I'm saying getting rid of them being mutants and saying like, oh, they earn their powers instead of being born with their powers basically takes a ton away from.
Well, a metahuman can be like.
Not in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. There hasn't been one yet. In the Marvel Cinematic Universe, there's not been a person born with superpowers yet. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I haven't heard of a single one.
Scarlet Witch.
She got her powers from Loki's staff, along with her brother. Remember the experiments?
Yeah.
The twins.
Yeah.
Everybody on the Avengers.
Vision.
Well, he was technically. Well, I was born yesterday, so I guess technically that's one. But he was
Thor.
He was built. Okay. Well, there's a couple, but the ones I'm saying the ones you're talking about are not human.
It's like, okay, name 10.
You said metahuman. Those aren't metahumans.
Okay.
Thor's not a metahuman. He's a demigod.
You're
Vision's not a metahuman. He's an android.
Okay.
Idiot. But what we haven't talked about yet is he didn't say specifically in the interview. He didn't say specifically that. I think he did a good job dodging it. He didn't say Fantastic Four was out of the complete realm of possibility.
Just because he didn't mention it
Thing is, they were talking about when Spider-Man was rumored because Sony's emails got like hacked and leaked, and there was all these things in there like.
What is it with this country and emailing? Jeez.
There was all these like things they saw in the email saying about Spider-Man making a deal with Marvel and all this other stuff, and while that was going on, everybody's like speculating it's going to come back, it's going to come back. Kevin Feige's like, there's nothing going on right now, there's nothing. And he said that for a year, and then all of a sudden.
Okay.
So he might be doing something similar to that, where he's just kind of
like, there's nothing.
There's nothing there. Well, because deals can fall out, so he doesn't want to like say there might be something and then nothing happened, because then people get pissed. But Fantastic Four, you could definitely meld into the MCU.
Because their origin was, they got it from a space trip. They came back and
Introduce them in Guardians. Or Captain Marvel.
What if? Here we go.
Are you going to say the thing I always say?
What?
About Phase 4?
No.
Phase 4, Fantastic Four.
No. No, in Guardians, they have something on their radar. It's like, there's a really bad storm, or where are they? Like where are the Fantastic Four when that storm happens? Are they around Earth?
It's been different origins each time. So like they've usually it's always in space, but like in the new movie, which was dog garbage, it was dog garbage.
They went to another planet.
They teleported. Yeah. It was a transportation device. But in the first one, they were up on a spaceship.
I liked that.
The movie wasn't. It was very cheesy and campy, but I enjoyed it when I was like younger.
I'm saying like
I like the origin.
The way they got their powers, like from that storm.
Like, didn't they like Reed Richards was like it showed the wave come through and he was like stretching, and
something new.
Johnny like was on like fire or something. Like fire came in at the same time as the wave. Something. And then for some reason Ben turns into a giant rock monster.
Maybe he was flexing.
I did like the one from the new one though. It's like something got thrown into each one of the teleport devices. So like he threw a couple rocks in one. The guy was on fire. I don't know how the other guy turned into a stretchy guy. But it was so dumb how she got her powers because she didn't go with them.
Yeah.
She got it when they came back and there was just a blast, so she got it in the lab. That was dumb.
Either way.
Sorry, I hate that movie.
The way they got their powers from the storm, I thought that was cool. But what I was saying, like in Guardians, if they come across like, oh, there's a big electrical storm coming, and there's a ship in it, we'll go around.
They need to change the dialogue, but it's like,
oh yeah,
there's a storm and a ship in it. I don't know. I feel like it could do it something like they did with Spider-Man, where it's like. Use Tony.
Their uncles.
Use Tony Stark after Infinity War. He's not gonna. I could be wrong, but I don't think he's gonna be Iron Man anymore after Infinity War. I don't know if he's gonna die. If he does die, then he's died. He's died.
He's died.
if he dies, it's whatever. But if he doesn't die in the movie and it goes on, I don't think he should keep the mantle of Iron Man. I think he should just be Tony Stark and be like a consultant to the Avengers, like the grandfather. Like he's been pretty old by then. Robert Downey Jr. is going to be almost like 60 by the time it's like 2020 or whatever.
Yeah.
So I think once that happens, have him be the. He's the one who brings in new superheroes into the Avengers. He's the coach, and he like finds new talent, like he did with Spider-Man. And that's like people were talking like, he knows he's got radars, and he knows about Daredevil. He knows about Luke Cage. Like that's how he figured out about Spider-Man. So he knows about all these other metahumans. So like, do it like Spider-Man where the origin happens. We don't need to see it. We've seen it twice. It's kind of like Spider-Man. We've seen it twice. We don't need to see. We know how the Fantastic Four become Fantastic Four. They're in an accident. It happens. So say they're just quietly living in the Baxter Building and they contact Tony Stark because they want to cure themselves and they need help, and they ask the smartest person on the planet to help them.
Or Tony asks them.
Or they talk to Banner or something. And
then Star-Lord.
I don't know. But I think I would love, and I think it's gonna happen. I think Fantastic Four is phase 4. They're gonna come back. I think it belongs with Marvel. Fantastic Four was Marvel's first family.
Mm-hmm.
It was their first like big comic book, and it basically built everything that we have now. And it's just really been cheeseballed and pooped on, like. And I think it deserves more, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's not even like a selfish thing. Like I want a Fantastic. No, like Fantastic Four as a name needs to have something good.
Exactly. It's like after Spider-Man 3 came out, it left a bad taste in people's mouth about Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Now I liked Amazing Spider-Man, the first one, even though I thought, man, they really rushed a reboot pretty quickly. Like, and then Amazing Spider-Man 2 came out and left another bad taste in your mouth. But then we got the Civil War Spider-Man, and we only saw 15 minutes of him, but he's my favorite. He is the pinnacle Spider-Man, and that's what I want to happen with Fantastic Four. Give him a cameo. Just see what, like, test him. Don't give him a solo movie right off the bat. Don't go, and we announce Fantastic Four. Like, no. I mean, even though, if that came up like on Phase 4, like Fantastic Four, I would go crazy. Like, I would freak out. And do them like they did with Spider-Man. Just introduce and test them. Because I bet you dollars to donuts, if Spider-Man was bad in Civil War, they could have pulled him pretty quickly. Mm-hmm. Kill him off. Or Punisher comes in.
Or Deadpool.
Yeah.
Or Tony's going through his mail, or he's having his mail read to him by a robot, and it's like, oh, there's another letter from Reed Richards. Spam.
Spam. It's after credit scene.
Yeah, spam. And then he's just sitting there, and then you just see a hand grab something off a table, but he's all the way over here, and then Tony, I'm Reed Richards.
My ideal intro for not the Fantastic Four, but to show people like we got the rights back. Infinity War's over. Thanos killed. After credit scene, it just shows like it pans and it shows like Thanos' dead body floating in space or whatever, and then a hand pushes out of the way, and it's Galactus. Like, he's just, like, walking through space, and all you see is, like, his dead body, and it's Thanos, the Mad Titan, with the Infinity Gauntlet. He just...
So he's floating, and Galactus does like this. And just holds it, like, holds Thanos, and it's...
And then...
And then
he licks his lips, because... Earth. Because Galactus is huge, but Galactus is owned by Fox, so if that happened at the end of Infinity War, people would.
And then the Silver Surfer just goes.
No, you keep him out of it for a while. Like, if I was literally okay, so I got my bucket of popcorn. Infinity War, it's probably a 2 bucket night. Like, I'm probably getting 2 buckets of popcorn. I got my bucket of popcorn right here. I'm just like. The movie's over, I'm just like hyperventilating, and the after credit scene comes, and I see Galactus I would just poop myself, like I would need a diaper, like and a toilet, like
yeah, diaper and a toilet,
like just in case it doesn't hold up. All right, so we went on a tangent. That was fun. Let us know what you guys thought.
We're glad you came with us.
Let us know what you guys thought about this story and our thoughts on what they should do with X-Men and Fantastic Four in the comment section down below. Make sure you guys like,
comment,
share,
subscribe,
so you guys don't miss a single thing from this channel. And we're going to be doing a couple of these webisodes on Wednesday and Sundays where we did the other news shows. We're just going to break it up, spread it out a little bit more. Alright, that's it.
Alright. Key music.
Holy Grail.